At the heart of every great organization, there is a spark that begins in a single moment of impact and blazes its way through history to ignite change. That spark was Mary Jane Hanley. Mary Jane couldn't have known that through her battle with a substance use disorder, she would forever change the lives of thousands.
At that point, I really knew that something was wrong. And with that, Jack walked in the door, and he looked at me and he said, "I can't work." Well, when he said that, I almost burst into tears, because here I was not only destroying myself, I was destroying this man I loved.
Mary Jane knew she couldn't fight the disease of alcoholism alone.
I can't explain it to this day, but there was something that came over me. You are here. This is where you belong. Get help.
Through Mary Jane and Jack's devotion and leadership, the Hanley Center and Hanley Center Foundation were established. Since 2015, the Hanley Foundation has been a standalone organization dedicated to preserving the legacy of the Hanleys.
It's an honor to work for Hanley Foundation, knowing that it started with Mary Jane Hanley. And truly, if you think about 40 years ago and people getting treatment, it was very different than it is today.
Through prevention education, training, advocacy, and treatment, our foundation serves more than 20 counties across Florida and is the largest provider of prevention services in the state.
When we first started doing this work, the average age, or lowest if you want to look at it that way, of first use of alcohol in Palm Beach County was the highest in the nation, being 9.5. Today, that number is 14.5.
As a nonprofit organization, we rely on the support of donors, grants, and annual fundraising events to reach people and change lives.
The scholarships are really important because there are so many people in need of treatment.
And a lot of people who need the recovery don't have those dollars, so you're saving lives by donating to the Hanley Foundation.
Following in the bravery and boldness of Mary Jane and Jack's vision, today the Hanley Foundation continues to remove the stigma surrounding substance use disorders.
We have to change stigma to empathy. We have to help people understand that by talking about it, they can help change the way people see addiction.
When that phone rang at 6:30 in the morning, I just had a gut feeling that it was something.
We felt like we had him in a safe space. So to get this phone call was just so perplexing to me.
Hanley Foundation board member John Macris and his wife Michelle know all too well the devastation of losing their son to a substance use disorder.
For the first few days, you just can't grasp how you've lost your best friend, how you lost that fight.
I just can't think of a way to describe what this profound grief from the moment I got that phone call till today feels like.
Honoring the memory of their son, John and Michelle have dedicated their lives to helping others and advocating for change.
Your friends can give you just so much, but Hanley was not just an organization, they became my lifeline.
When Bryce was in recovery, he said that as he got better, he wanted to save 100 men and women from substance abuse. I know he would have, and so we will, and that was our pledge.
Our work at Hanley Foundation is centered on ending the cycle of addiction before it begins. We envision a world free of substance use disorders.
It's important that we keep educating ourselves and being good examples.
It gave me an organization that is really just incredible in what they do, and to be a part of that is a privilege.
We are going to do something big in this community.
This is our legacy. We carry this deep in our hearts. We hope to ignite a spark in yours.
You find great reward in helping other people, especially if you walk down their path.